Sailor Moon Eternal Part 2 is coming out in 3 days. I'm filming this on the night of February 8th. And Kevin Viado just left me a YouTube comment saying TOEI just dropped a sneak peek of the Outer Sailor Senshi Crystal Power. And I am pumped to watch it with you and react to it. So before we get started with watching it, I just want to say one quick thing. You know, the movie, as I said, is coming out in 3 days, and we know they're all going to go eternal. I mean, the beautiful poster for Part 2 clearly states that they're going to be eternal. Eternal Inner and Outer Soldiers was so scrapped from the original anime. It's not even a thing. It's not even a concept in the OG. Them being super was a super thing. It started with the Inners getting Pegasus, technically it started with Moon, then Chibi Moon, or Moon and Chibi Moon combined, and then the Inners get Pegasus power, they get Crystal power, and the Outers got upgraded by Saturn, but we never once saw them transform with the crystal rods that the Inners had. So Outer Sailor Soldier Crystal Power has been a thing in the Sailor Moon community for a long time. I've made my own fan-made version of it. I know several of you have as well. And now we finally get to see an official version. It is more exciting, I think, to see Outer Sailor Soldier's Super Crystal Power than it is to see Eternal, the Inners and Outers going eternal, just because I feel like it's been hyped up for so long. Though I am super excited to also see the Eternal transformations in the Stars arc. Eternal transformations for the Inners and Outers, I don't believe happens in this arc. It shouldn't, just given the breadth and time of it. But that's all in Part 5, Season 5, whatever they're going to do for Sailor Stars. Anyway, let's watch the sneak peek of the Outer Sailor Soldiers Super Crystal Power transformation. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
行こう。私たちの集まるべき場所へ。だって、いつでもそこが私たちの本当の夢のある場所だから。戦士、絶望も希望も、光り輝くあなたのところにある。そう、プリンセス。私たちのプリンスとプリンセスに。
I love the voice of Neptune. These characters are gorgeous.
新しい運命を切り開く。
finally transforming
それ
Crystal
が
Eternal.
私たち十戦士の真の使命。
I love her voice.
私は私の使命を果たすために、そしてあなたと一緒に戦うために、
Love that. Love it, love it,
こ
love
の
it.
星を守る。それはいつだって私たちのリアル。私たちが
Feathers,
こんな
Eternal.
悪夢に負けるはずがない。胸が熱い。パワーが生まれてくるのがわか
So
る。
gorgeous, Eternal Sailor Moon.
誰にも負けない。私たちのパワー
Gorgeous.
見せてあげるわ。
I loved it. I love it and I hate it. And the reason why I hate it is I feel that the animation, honestly, is a little choppy. And they look kind of narrow and a little bit too angular. There's Sailor Moon Crystal and Sailor Moon Super and Super S particularly have amazing animation. And they already have stock footage for Uranus and Neptune transformations, which they clearly used for, Crystal and Eternal. But the footage from the 90s anime just seems so much more crisper and clearer. Here they just seem so angular and a little jarred. But at the same time, I'm so happy to see it. I just really wish that the animation was a little better. It doesn't seem as touched up as it should be, especially for a movie. What I thought was funny is how Sailor Moon is constantly, or TOEI for Sailor Moon, is constantly recycling animation to save a buck. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for that. But what I don't get, or I guess I also get it, but it's just like, why not at least make the new animations, even if you're, rotoscoping, make them as enhanced and as gorgeous as you can. So for Sailor Saturn, they went back for her, after her transformation breaks, they went all the way back to the 95, 96 Sailor Moon Super S Sega Genesis game where they had a Saturn transformation, the only Saturn planet power that ever existed, and then rotoscoped that for a Super Sailor Saturn. I mean, they had the opportunity to be so creative, but they went back to 1995, 96 with that. And that's a little lazy, but to a video game transformation. But again, I get why they did it, and it's just so cool to see Sailor Saturn properly transform. What's also funny or interesting to me is, her when she goes Saturn Crystal Power in theory, but we all know she's going to do it. When she's covered in the purple energy, it looks like it's a rotoscope from when she became Sailor Saturn back in Sailor Moon Crystal episode 38. So it looks like they're not going to get transformation wands. It's all just going to be them raising their hands, their nails are going to glow, and they're going to say their planet phrase in Crystal Power makeup. granted, I knew that. I never expected them to get wands. I knew they were never gonna get wands just when the manga was done. The wands were a specific thing to the original anime. It would have been kind of cool to have seen the inners and outers actually get the wands in Crystal or Eternal part 1 and part 2, but whatever. Either way, I'm upset, but also so happy because we finally have official outer Sailor Soldier super transformations. I mean, they're gorgeous. I mean, some of the shots are, like I said, a little but at the end of the day, they're all really, really pretty. There are some fan-made versions of Super Outer Sailor Soldier Crystal Power, and I made one myself. And I am far from an artist with these things. It took me a long time to make them. That I think could be a little better. But at the same time, this is, I hate to say like it's what we got, and we just gotta, that's it. But Toei gave us, this is it. This is what we waited over 30 years to finally get. And I love the music. I love their voices. I love that the goal is for the princess. And overall, I love that they didn't bother to make them pose. Like they want to like leave the pose for the film. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see each one have their own individual transformation. Now, what's funny is Uranus and Neptune are the only ones to get a transformation for all of the, the levels, I guess. They have their planet power transformation where they're normal. They have their super transformation for Crystal where they're super. And then they have, again, I believe they just say Crystal power again when they become eternal, and they have an eternal transformation. So Uranus and Neptune always have one. Pluto in the manga never transformed, but she transformed in the anime. So Pluto planet power is an OG to the Sailor Moon super anime. Saturn never transformed minus the super game, which is technically not canonical because Saturn planet power never actually happened. Saturn crystal power is her only transformation at all. And then we also got to see Moon eternal makeup, and I hate the eternal outfit because I think it was really ugly, but I love that shot of her running. I think the tiara looks absolutely stunning. I think she looks stunning. The animation of Moon always looks stunning because it's Moon. The money is going to Moon. Regrettably, the money isn't always going towards the inners and the outers. But I love seeing that, Eternal Sailor Moon transformation. We saw Eternal Sailor Moon transform with Moon Eternal makeup many, many times in Sailor Stars. So seeing the actual brand new outer crystal power is what's really exciting to me because it's brand new. I can't wait to see her fight Helenia, Eternal Sailor Moon, in part 2. That'll be amazing. And overall, I like it. I'm excited. I think the animation is just okay. It could be better. So overall, what did you guys think of the outers? Do you think that fan-made work is better? Are you happy with what Toei gave us? Are you looking forward to seeing part 2? I'm so pumped to see part 2. I'm hoping Toei drops like a part 2 recap like they did for part 1, and then I will discuss that as well. Toei's giving me some content to make, which is shocking. I didn't expect them to actually treat Sailor Moon nicely in any way, shape, or form. So either way, thank you for watching my reaction with me and my quick review of it, and I'm looking forward to discussing Sailor Moon Eternal part 1 and part 2 even further. Alright guys, talk later. Bye.